Hey, 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 English learners! Welcome to the Easy English Podcast from English Life Channel, your calm place to practice real English for real life, real feelings, and real conversations. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Alex. Sarah, can I be honest before we begin today?
Of course, that is usually where the best conversations start.
Sometimes I know exactly what I feel inside, but when I try to tell someone, I cannot fully express myself in English. I have the feeling. I understand it in my heart. But when I open my mouth, the words become too small.
The feeling is big, but the sentence comes out small.
Exactly. I say, I'm tired, but I do not only mean tired. I mean I feel heavy. I feel emotionally empty. I feel like I have been strong for too long. But tired is the only word that comes quickly.
That is such a real problem.
And sometimes I say, I'm angry. But later I realize I was not only angry, I was hurt. I felt ignored. I felt disappointed. I wanted someone to understand me, but I did not have the right sentence.
So your heart has a full paragraph, but your English gives you one short line.
Yes, that is exactly it. My heart has a full paragraph. Maybe even a full book. But my English says, I'm fine.
The most dangerous sentence in emotional English.
Very dangerous. Because sometimes I'm fine means I am okay. But sometimes it means, please do not ask me one more question, because I may start explaining my entire life.
Haha, that is too real. And I think many learners understand this. You can speak English for daily life. You can order food, ask directions, talk about work, talk about your day. But when someone asks, how do you really feel? Suddenly the words disappear.
Yes, and then people misunderstand me. They think I am rude, cold, dramatic, or too sensitive. But maybe I am not any of those things. Maybe I just need clearer emotional English.
I love that. Clearer emotional English. Not perfect English. Not dramatic English. Just honest English that helps people understand what is happening inside you.
That is what I need. More accurate words.
Then that is exactly what we are going to talk about today. How to talk about your feelings in English with confidence. This is a B2 to C1 level conversation, so we will use mature English, but we will keep the language clear, warm, and natural.
And please, not like a textbook.
Haha, no textbook voice today.
Good, because feelings are already difficult. We do not need a grammar book sitting in the corner with a serious face.
Exactly. This will be a real conversation. And Alex, we will use your problem as our starting point. When you say, I'm tired, but you mean something deeper, let's find the deeper sentence.
Okay, I like that. Let's start there.
So imagine this. You had a long week. Work was busy. Your phone kept ringing. People needed you. Your family asked for things. You helped everyone, answered every message, stayed polite, and kept going. Then at night someone asks, are you okay? What do you usually say?
I say, I'm just tired.
And what do you really mean?
I mean, I feel emotionally drained.
That is the phrase. Emotionally drained.
It feels accurate, not just sleepy, more like my mind and heart are tired.
Exactly. Emotionally drained means your emotional energy is low. Your body may still be moving, but inside you feel empty, heavy, or exhausted.
So I could say, I feel emotionally drained after this week.
Yes. Even better, I feel emotionally drained because I have been carrying too much this week.
I feel emotionally drained because I have been carrying too much this week.
Beautiful. That sentence does not attack anyone. It simply explains your inner experience.
This is the sentence I needed. Because I'm tired sounds like I only need sleep. But sometimes sleep is not the whole answer.
Right. Sometimes you do not only need sleep, you need support, space, understanding, or a break from being responsible for everything.
Adult life in one sentence.
Very true. After 20, life is not only about learning English words. It is about using English for work stress, family pressure, relationships, money worries, and difficult conversations.
Exactly. Like family questions. That is another place where I get stuck.
Tell me.
Imagine family dinner. Everyone is eating, and suddenly someone asks, "So, when will you get a better job?" Then someone else says, "You should think about your future." Then another person says, "Time is passing." They may care about me, but it feels heavy.
That is very relatable.
I want to answer politely, but inside I feel pressured. If I say, "Stop asking me," it sounds rude.
Yes, but you can say, I know you care about me, but I feel pressured when this topic comes up again and again.
That sounds respectful, but clear.
Exactly. It respects their intention, but explains the impact.
Intention and impact. That is important.
Very important. Intention means what someone meant to do. Impact means how it affected you. Sometimes a person's intention is good, but the impact still hurts or feels heavy.
So I can say, "I know this may not be your intention, but it makes me feel pressured."
Perfect. Or, I understand you are worried, but I feel overwhelmed when everyone gives me advice at the same time.
Overwhelmed. That means something feels like too much to handle.
Correct. You can feel overwhelmed by work, family pressure, choices, messages, responsibilities, or emotions.
Sometimes, I feel overwhelmed by all of them at once.
That is when feelings become crowded.
Crowded feelings. I like that.
Feelings do not always come one by one. They come like people entering a busy train at rush hour. Stress, fear, anger, sadness, disappointment, pressure, embarrassment. Everyone is pushing in at the same time.
That explains my brain during family dinner.
Haha, exactly. And when feelings are crowded, you can give yourself time. You can say, I'm not sure how to explain this, but I want to try.
That sentence gives me permission to not be perfect.
Yes, it says, please be patient. I am trying to understand myself while I speak.
I'm not sure how to explain this, but I want to try.
Excellent. What sentence is soft, honest, and mature?
Sarah, can I give you another real situation?
Please do.
Work meeting, I share an idea. Nobody reacts. Then 5 minutes later, someone else says almost the same idea, and everyone says, great point. I smile, but inside, I feel something.
Oh, that feeling.
Yes. I do not know if I am angry or embarrassed or invisible. I just know it hurts.
The word you may need is overlooked.
Overlooked.
Overlooked means not noticed, not recognized, or not given enough attention.
So I could say, I felt overlooked when my idea was not acknowledged.
Exactly.
That sounds professional too.
It does. Much better than saying, nobody listens to me.
Because nobody listens to me sounds like an attack.
Yes, but I felt overlooked when my idea was not acknowledged, focuses on the moment and the feeling.
I like this pattern. I felt plus the situation.
That pattern is one of the best tools for emotional English. I felt ignored when I tried to explain myself. I felt embarrassed when that was said in front of everyone. I felt pressured when I had to answer immediately. I felt disappointed when the plan changed at the last minute.
These sentences feel calmer.
They are calmer because they explain your experience instead of judging the other person's whole personality.
That is where I usually make the mistake. I say the biggest sentence, not the truest sentence.
Give me an example.
I might say, you never care, but the truest sentence is, I felt hurt when I did not hear back.
That is a huge difference.
The first one starts a fight. The second one starts a conversation.
Exactly. Lower the accusation, raise the clarity.
Lower the accusation. Raise the clarity.
That line is worth remembering.
It is. Because when I am emotional, my English becomes dangerous.
Dangerous English?
Very dangerous. Fast, sharp, and dramatic.
Then let's talk about anger, because anger is usually where emotional English gets the hardest.
Yes, anger is difficult because it moves so fast. When I am angry, I feel like I have to respond immediately.
Anger often feels urgent, but anger is not always the deepest feeling. Sometimes anger is protecting something softer.
Like hurt?
Yes, hurt, fear, shame, disappointment, rejection, or the feeling that you were not valued.
That makes sense. Sometimes I'm angry really means I wanted to feel respected.
Exactly. Or, I wanted my effort to matter. Or, I wanted to feel heard.
So instead of, you never respect me, I can say, I felt disrespected when I was interrupted.
Perfect. Instead of, you made me angry, say, I felt frustrated because I needed more support.
Instead of, you do not care, say, I felt hurt when I did not get a response.
Yes, these sentences do not erase the anger. They explain what is under it.
What if the words already came out badly?
Then you repair. Repairing is part of emotional confidence.
What can I say?
I'm sorry, that came out harsher than I meant. Or, let me try again. What I really mean is, or, I am upset, but I do not want to speak unfairly.
That last one feels useful. I am upset, but I do not want to speak unfairly.
Very mature. It means you are not denying your feeling, but you are taking responsibility for your words.
That is hard, but powerful.
It is, and it can save a conversation.
Sarah, what about texting? Because sometimes my feelings get worse in messages.
Oh yes, texting is a whole emotional world.
I send a thoughtful message, and someone replies, okay, just one word, okay. Then I spend 2 hours thinking, are they angry? Did I say something wrong? Are we still friends?
The dangerous, okay.
Very dangerous. One small word, big emotional damage.
Text has no face, no voice, and no warmth unless we add it carefully. So if you feel unsure, you can say, I may be overthinking this, but I felt unsure after your reply.
That sounds honest without sounding dramatic.
Yes, or, I don't want to misunderstand your tone. Are we okay?
Are we okay? Simple and useful.
Very useful. And if you are the person sending a short message, you can protect the tone. You can say, my message may sound short, but I'm not angry. Or, I'm in the middle of something, but I will reply properly later.
That would save so many misunderstandings.
It really would.
Another phrase I hear is, come across. Like, I don't want to come across as rude.
Exactly. Come across means how something sounds or appears to another person. You can say, I hope this does not come across the wrong way. Or, I don't want to come across as ungrateful.
That is useful at work too.
Very useful. At work, you might say, I don't want this to come across as criticism. I just want to explain a concern.
That sounds professional and calm.
Yes, emotional English at work is not emotionless. It is careful.
Careful, not fake.
Exactly.
Sarah, there is one more problem. Sometimes I say nothing. I act normal. I say no problem. But there is definitely a problem.
The dangerous no problem.
Yes. It sounds polite outside, but inside there is thunder.
That is what happens when you bottle things up.
Bottling things up means keeping feelings inside for too long.
Correct. Feelings do not disappear just because you do not say them. They build pressure.
Like a soda bottle someone keeps shaking.
Exactly. And then one tiny thing happens.
Someone leaves one cup in the sink.
And suddenly, it is not about the cup.
It is about respect, effort, feeling alone, and 3 weeks of silence.
Haha, poor cup. It did not know it represented the whole relationship.
The cup had no idea.
But this is real. When feelings are bottled up, small problems start carrying old feelings.
So what can we say before it explodes?
I don't want to bottle this up, so I want to mention it now. Or, this may sound small, but it stayed with me. Or, I think I have been holding this in for too long.
This may sound small, but it stayed with me. That feels very human.
It is, because small moments can still hurt.
Like being interrupted.
Yes.
Like someone forgetting something important.
Yes.
Like feeling taken for granted.
Exactly. Taken for granted means people benefit from your effort but do not fully appreciate it.
So I can say, I felt taken for granted when I helped a lot, but nobody acknowledged it.
Perfect.
Or, I do not need praise all the time, but I want my effort to be noticed.
That is a beautiful sentence. It is honest and balanced.
Sometimes that is all people want, to be noticed.
Yes. You can say, I just wanted to feel seen.
I just wanted to feel seen.
Simple, deep, very useful.
But what if someone says, you are too sensitive, after I explain?
Then they are being dismissive.
Dismissive means they act like my feeling is not important.
Correct. And that can hurt more than the first problem, because now the feeling is being pushed away.
What can I say without becoming louder?
I understand you may see it differently, but this is how it felt to me.
Strong.
Or, I'm not asking you to agree immediately, I'm asking you to listen.
That one has weight.
It does. Or, please do not minimize what I am trying to explain.
Minimize means make something seem smaller or less important.
Yes, a mature sentence is, I feel like my concern is being minimized.
That is very calm, but very clear.
Exactly. When someone is dismissive, you do not have to become louder to protect your feeling. You can become clearer.
Clearer, not louder.
Yes.
Sarah, I also want to know how to respond when someone else opens up to me, because I do not want to be dismissive by accident.
That is a very important question. Emotional English is not only about expressing yourself, it is also about helping others feel heard.
Sometimes someone says, I feel overwhelmed, and I immediately try to fix it.
The instant advice machine.
Haha. Yes. Here are 7 steps to improve your life.
Not always helpful while someone is emotional.
True. So what should I do first?
Validate. To validate someone's feeling means to show that their feeling makes sense.
Not necessarily that they are right about everything.
Exactly. It means, I understand why you feel that way.
So if someone says, I felt embarrassed today, I can say, that sounds really uncomfortable. What happened?
Perfect.
If someone says, I feel overwhelmed, I can say, that sounds like a lot to carry.
Yes.
If someone says, I'm disappointed, I can say, I can understand why that would hurt.
Excellent. Simple, kind, natural English.
And I can ask, do you want advice, or do you just want me to listen?
That question is gold.
Because sometimes people want a solution.
And sometimes they need a safe place to put the feeling first.
A safe place to put the feeling.
Exactly. Kind English can be very simple. I'm here. Take your time. Thank you for telling me. You don't have to explain everything right now.
Thank you for telling me feels very safe.
It does. It makes people feel accepted for opening up.
Opening up means sharing real thoughts or feelings.
Yes, but opening up does not mean telling everyone everything.
Very important.
Emotional confidence also means knowing who to open up to, when to share, and how much to say.
Because not everyone deserves the full emotional documentary.
Haha, Season 1, Episode 1, with sad music and flashbacks.
Some people only asked, how was your weekend?
Exactly. So if you are not ready to talk, you can say, I appreciate you asking, but I'm not ready to talk about it yet.
Or, I need some time before I can explain this properly.
Or, I want to talk about this, but not right now.
These protect privacy without sounding cold.
Yes, and if someone keeps pushing, you may need to draw the line.
Draw the line means set a clear limit.
Correct. You can say, I'm not comfortable discussing this right now, or, I care about you, but I need this conversation to stay respectful.
Or, I'm willing to listen, but I will not continue if you speak to me like that.
Firm, but not cruel.
Boundaries are not angry walls.
No, they are respectful lines.
Elegant emotional fences.
Haha, very elegant fences.
Sarah, I feel like we have been building an emotional toolbox.
We have, and the final tool is composure.
Composure means calm control when you feel emotional inside.
Exactly. It does not mean you have no feelings. It means your feelings are there, but they are not controlling your words.
The feeling is in the car, but it is not driving.
Correct. The feeling can sit in the back seat with a seatbelt.
Good. Safety first.
And composure gives you a pause. You can say, I need a moment before I respond.
Or, I want to answer carefully, so give me a second.
Or, I'm emotional right now, and I don't want to say this badly.
That sentence is honest. It does not pretend I am calm.
Yes, it simply protects the conversation.
At work, I can say, I need a moment to process that.
Perfect. Or, can I ask a question so I understand clearly?
In a personal conversation, I care about this conversation, so I don't want to rush my response.
Beautiful. Sometimes confidence is not speaking quickly. Sometimes confidence is slowing down enough to choose the right words.
That feels like the heart of today's episode.
It is. And before we close, I do not want to do a normal vocabulary list today.
Good. Because after all this emotion, a normal list would feel too clean.
Exactly. Feelings are not always clean, so let's do something more real. I will give you a situation, and you try to express the feeling in calm, confident English.
So this is an emotional English test?
A gentle one.
Okay. A gentle emotional English test. I can survive that.
First situation. You helped everyone this week. You stayed strong, you answered messages, solved problems, smiled when you were tired, and now you feel empty inside. What would you say?
I would usually say I'm tired.
And now?
I feel emotionally drained because I have been carrying too much this week.
Excellent. Second situation. You shared an idea in a meeting, but nobody reacted. Later, someone else said the same idea, and everyone liked it.
I felt overlooked when my idea was not acknowledged.
Perfect. Calm and professional.
Better than, nobody listens to me.
Much better. Third situation. Your family keeps asking about your future. They care, but the questions feel heavy.
I know you care about me, but I feel pressured when this topic comes up again and again.
Excellent. You respected the intention and explained the impact.
That sentence feels useful for real life.
Fourth situation. You finally explain your feeling, and someone says, you're too sensitive. It's not a big deal.
That is dismissive.
What can you say?
I understand you may see it differently, but this is how it felt to me.
Strong?
Or, I'm not asking you to agree immediately. I'm asking you to listen.
Very strong. Fifth situation. A friend tells you, I feel overwhelmed. I don't know what to do. You want to give advice immediately.
First, I validate. I can say, that sounds like a lot to carry.
Good.
Then I can ask, do you want advice, or do you just want me to listen?
Perfect.
Safe place before solution.
Exactly. Sixth situation. You have said, no problem, too many times. But there is definitely a problem.
Dangerous? No problem.
Very dangerous. What do you say?
I think I have been bottling things up. and I don't want this to become bigger than it needs to be.
Beautiful. Seventh situation. Someone keeps asking about a private topic, and you are not ready to talk.
I appreciate you asking, but I'm not ready to talk about it yet.
Good.
Or stronger, I'm not comfortable discussing this right now.
Excellent. Last situation. You are emotional, and your first sentence wants to come out fast and badly.
I need composure.
What can you say?
I need a moment before I respond.
Good.
Or, I'm emotional right now, and I don't want to say this badly.
That is honest and powerful.
Sarah, I actually feel like I have better sentences now.
That is the point. Not perfect sentences, better sentences.
At the beginning, I said my heart had a full paragraph, but my English gave me one small line.
And now?
Now I can say, I feel emotionally drained. I felt overlooked. I don't want to bottle this up. Please don't minimize what I'm trying to explain. I need a moment before I respond.
That is real progress.
It feels like progress.
And English learners, this is your progress too. You do not need to use all these phrases today. Choose one, practice one, make it yours.
Start with, I felt. That is enough.
Yes, one honest sentence can change a difficult conversation.
Write one sentence in the comments, starting with, I felt. For example, I felt overwhelmed when I had too much work. Or, I felt proud when I spoke English today.
You can keep it simple, or you can make it deeper. I felt emotionally drained after a long week. I felt overlooked at work. I felt relieved when someone understood me.
Simple is perfect. Honest is even better.
If this episode helped you, share it with another English learner who wants to express feelings more naturally.
And subscribe to English Life channel for more calm English practice, real conversations, and daily life English you can actually use.
Thank you for spending this time with us. Keep listening, keep practicing, and keep giving your real feelings better words.
This is Alex.
And this is Sarah.
Take care of your English.
And take care of your heart.